is more talented. He got more talented not only in his head, but in his hands as well. He knows so much about fashion, not only by drawing, but he's also, how do you call that thing?
Knitting.
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 Okay.
Knitting.
He knit.
Yes.
This should be a special term, right? He uses two sticks.
Yeah.
And in and out. This is something I probably will learn maybe on next slide. My next slide. Okay? But he's doing it so well. He not only knit his own sweater and also his hat, right?
Yeah.
So this is a very talented gentleman. This is what the KTC is all about. It's full of talented Toastmasters. And tonight he's going to share with us in his 6th speech, Essentials of World Conquest. Sounds very profound. Yeah. Essentials of the World Conquest. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Wen-Hung, Fang.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Toastmaster. On lazy Saturday afternoons, I like to pass the time building pyramids or researching advanced military technologies or establishing libraries and universities in dozens of cities and conquering nations. Yes. In addition to what Scott just said, knitting and singing, another favorite hobby of mine is ruling the world. Okay. Thank you. I know, it is just a computer game, but I am content being an armchair emperor. Because for a wannabe Napoleon Bonaparte or a Julius Caesar with grand ambitions but no real opportunities to stretch his wings, the game Freesiv is truly a godsend. Freesiv is a strategy game in which you compete against other players to build a civilization that withstands the tests of time. As the immortal leader of a civilization, your goal is to ensure the survival and prosperity of your civilization. So, with the right diplomatic, economic, scientific, and military decisions, and a little bit of luck, your puny tribe of Stone Age settlers will eventually become a powerful, sprawling nation. So, yes, I have some tips on world conquest to share with you in case you ever feel this itch to embark on a campaign of your own. And maybe you might just find some of these suggestions useful, perhaps in business, or in your dealings with a group of specially intelligent people called Toastmasters, or basically any situation in general. So my 3-part advice is very simple. The essentials of world conquest are ready, fire, aim. Okay, first, yes, you always plan ahead. Be prepared, because preparation is the key to victory in life, in romance, in your career, in the business world, in giving speeches, and of course in conquering nations. So this planning, however, doesn't have to be perfect, because who has the time? When the world is rushing by, when you're sitting there trying to think up the perfect plan. So yes, plan, but don't over-plan. Planning gives you a solid foundation for your subsequent actions. Planning gives you a way to really think through what you're going to do. Yes. Apparently, I didn't plan long enough for this stage. Yes. So when you're going through your planning, of course, you need to gather information and intelligence. At this time, send in your spies and reconnaissance team. Try to find out what's going on in the enemy camp. So when you plan ahead and you do research, you'll be ready. And when you're ready, it is time to act. Implement your plans. For example, if you're just sitting there and wondering if you should trade with the Russians or the Indians, well, you're not getting anything done. Just go ahead and establish that trade route. And in the meantime, try to make allies sign treaties and share with others what you know. That's Winston Churchill, by the way. And you trade technologies. So diplomacy is a very useful art to master, whether your secret desire is world peace or world conquest. And if you want to devote some of your resources to the building of the libraries I said, well, go ahead and start them now, because if you change your mind later, you can always turn your buildings into something else, with a little remodeling costs, of course. But if you don't do anything, you won't have any buildings. So act. Turn your dreams and plans into reality. So that's second, fire. After you fire, you correct your aim and revise your plans. See, that's why it's not ready, aim, fire. That's why it's ready, fire, aim. If, for example, those Russians you traded with, they use the income from trading with you on building an army, which is then used to pester you, well then cut off those trade ties. And if totalitarianism, that's Stalin, turns out to be a bad choice because your country is now full of corruption and your people don't like you very much, well then maybe it is time to switch to a different government type. The lesson here is adapt or perish. So be ready to compromise and revise your plans. You can rule as a king instead, or even a president. But keep your people happy no matter how you rule. See, we love the President Day, celebrated in Kaohsiung, because they will be more productive that way. Hey, Mike, remember that? So now that you are armed with the essentials of world conquest, go out there and make a name for yourself. Ready, fire, aim. This simple three-step process will keep you on your way, on track, as you shake hands with your friends, blow away your enemies, and achieve your objectives. And when you're ready to challenge yourself, that's tonight's theme, and test your mettle, well, give me a call, and we can explore the world together, occasionally stacking each other's cities and shaking hands afterward, but it will all be good fun for one lazy Saturday afternoon. Mr. Toastmaster.